Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your Timeless Tarot reading. This reading is intended to help you see the potential by making a decision with a certain person or situation, you know, the most likely outcome if you make decision A. This could also be if you're at a crossroads between two things, you know, do I go with A or do I go with B? Some of you, it could be that you have questions about a situation of the past that kind of left you hanging. All right, so this is representing path 1, this is representing path 2, and this is representing path 3. Now Scorpio, you have to decide which path means what for you. So if you have a choice between two potential romantic interests, it would be which path are you drawn to for romantic interest A, and which path do you feel drawn to for romantic potential B, and that's where your answers will be found. Okay, so utilize this reading how it best works for you for the information that you need. I have created timestamps for each path in the description box below. If you only, you know, if you're like, what's the most likely potential between me and my boyfriend, and you're led to say path 3, and that's all you need from the reading, that's all you need to do is just watch path 3, okay? So I will start with path 1, Scorpio. If you are drawn to the other two paths, go ahead and click on the timestamp for those now. Okay, Scorpio, so I'm going to pull a card here to see what's potentially positive about path path 1, and what's potentially negative about path 1. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we have listening. So there's going to be a lot of good communication and understanding, mutual understanding on this path. However, what's potentially negative is either your ability to stay focused and on the task at hand, or the other person involved being able to stay focused. So if this is like about a relationship, it could be where, you know, there's really good communication, there's good connection. However, it's just really hard at this time for you to be super focused on the relationship, or for the other person to be super focused on it. Just, you know, it could be you guys are in school, it could be you got different things going on. You know, one of you could be raising a family and the other one of you could not have any children. So with this, I see good connection, but one side having a hard time being focused. If this is like about a job or some other situation, again, it looks good. However, it looks like you would have a hard time having the time and energy to be focused enough on it. So if you're like, should I return to school? You could, but you might find yourself challenged being able to remain focused. So in knowing that, you will have to take extra steps to ensure you stay focused, right? So let's pull some tarot to get extra information. And if this is about a relationship of the past and why did it leave you high and dry when you had such a good connection, it's just that person wasn't really ready. Like, they didn't have the energy mentally, emotionally to be as focused and involved in the relationship as you, okay? So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Strength card, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, listen, this is a good path, okay? But I feel like there's some sort of temporary setback to this. It's because with the Ace of Wands, that's like taking a step back. You don't lose any sort of momentum, but it's like you've got to take a step back from the situation or the relationship to recharge your batteries somehow, some way, okay? So for you, this might be if you're like thinking of taking on a second job or starting to go back to school, it might be a bit much for you, okay? because it's like you want more money, you want advancement, but this might not be the right time. Doesn't mean that it won't ever be, but this just might not be quite the right time to make that, add that extra responsibility onto your plate. If this is about like transferring to a new company or to a different position within an existing company, and as I say that, look at what flies out. Imagination clouds your judgment. I think with that, there's just not enough of you. Like, you've got too many other things going on in your life. If this is like about a relationship, again, I feel like we need to take a break or take a step back. There's something about the timing, and somebody's really focused on something else. I don't feel like another relationship. Honestly, more like life circumstances are just a bigger focus than anything else, okay? So, yeah, look at true feelings are masked. So there's just a lot under the surface here. So let's see the most likely outcome to this path. We have the chalice and we have the siren. Yeah, again, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of connection, there's good communication, but there's some distraction here, okay? So path 1 is strong, but there is a distraction here, and it might not be the right time just quite yet. Okay, so with this, I wouldn't call this a no, but I would say not right now. Like, there's something else going on here. There's some distraction or outside influence or element that's preventing the ultimate success of this situation or relationship. So it's more about timing, okay? And whatever this distraction is getting taken care of. So let's pull an advice card for path 1. We have a connect. So with that, I think that Scorpio, you need to connect to your spirit guides to help you understand when the timing of everything is proper, because again, there is beautiful connection, communication, and love here, but there is a distraction and outside influence, you know, that is coming in between you and the situation, or you and this other person. And I don't feel like this is anything malicious. If this is a situation, I just don't feel like there's enough of you at this time to give to that situation properly. Like if you're trying to go back to school, trying to get a promotion, trying to switch to a new company, take on a second job, anything like that, any extracurricular activity, I just feel like there's not enough of you to do that at this time. Doesn't mean in the future there won't be, but it's like right now is not the right time for that. And for a relationship, it could be they're just focused on, you know, personal improvement, healing their own children, just education's different for all of you, okay? But it's just not the right time right now. So connect to your spirit guides to help you know when it is the right time for this situation, expansion of yourself, or relationship, okay? So Scorpio, those are the messages for path 1. I hope that you found that helpful, and I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what advice path 2 has to offer. I'm going to pull, well, we have forbidden. That's an extra message, so that might not be so good, but let's see. Let's pull a positive aspect of this path and a negative aspect of this path. Positive, this is something new. Negative, it's very closed off. Okay, so Scorpio, with this and forbidden, what I feel is either if this is like a new job, new relationship, new situation, I don't really I'm not getting the sense that this is really going to go very far, because even though you're open and eager, I don't feel like this situation or person is as open as you. With rigid there's a lot being held back or not being said. And then with forbidden, this is like a path where you would be caused a lot of heartache and pain, okay? So let's, and if this is like about a relationship of the past and you're like, you know, I want a new beginning, why did you leave me hanging? I'm not so sure, Scorpio, that this is a relationship that will reconcile. This is just a general reading, you know, so you can only use this as a tool. But from what I'm seeing so far, I'm not sure that this is a relationship that will reconcile based on the cards that have come out. And more to the point, I'm not sure it would even be in your best interest, because again, this is a path that causes a lot of heartache, sadness, and pain. So let's pull some tarot. So we have the Hermit, the Six of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So this guy right here in this position, he's given up and he's walked away. He is moving on to other things. He sees a light at the end of the tunnel that's not attached to this situation. So that could be you, or that could be the other person that you're asking about. Honestly, Scorpio, if this is a relationship, I don't feel like it is going to reconcile, just to be straight up and honest. Again, it's a general reading, so you have to take it, you know, with a grain of salt and go with your own heart and intuition. But on path 2, this is not looking promising. This is not looking like a path anybody should be walking. It's filled with a lot of heartache and loneliness. So let's get the overall outcome, because maybe it could all just turn around. All right. As I say that, it could all turn around, I say. Your surroundings will undergo a transition. So winds of change. All right, universe, what is this winds of change when it comes to this relationship, because, or situation, path, because none of the cards are pretty, so I don't understand. Is this winds of change in Scorpio, so they no longer want this? Or is this like there's a chance of a positive outcome? Alright, so we have the Chalice and we have the Harlequin. Okay, so I see what's going on here, Scorpio. Whoever you are dealing with, this feels very relationship-y to me. Okay, so if this is not about a romantic relationship, if this is about anything else, this would be a no. There is something better for you down another path, okay? If this is about a romantic relationship, one that has left you in the past, or one that's like just not really working out right now, where you're like, okay, we have connection, we have emotion, but it's like there's this wall between us, or it doesn't go anywhere. Well, somebody's really hiding their feelings. There's real emotion here, okay, but somebody's hiding their feelings, Scorpio. And with forbidden, this might be the universe saying, you know, they will never change. But with winds of change here, I know that for some of you, that person will eventually open up, okay? And if this is all on you, Scorpio, you better open up and share your feelings before they walk away from you, okay? So, yeah, look at this. We have growth opportunity. So whatever's going on, the challenging energy here is definitely about growing you spiritually and emotionally. And somebody's not telling how they really feel, which I feel they do care more than they're saying, but they might be a bit toxic, okay? So advice is new vision. All right, ultimately, the universe is saying, whether this is about a relationship or anything else, it's time to put this on the back burner and focus on a new vision for now, because we're in a growth period. So there's like no real change in this energy anytime soon. Okay, doesn't mean that it won't eventually, because again, we have growth opportunity, but right now it's like you're better served to focus on a new vision while this energy and relationship or situation, you know, let the universe handle it, and focus on something else for now. Okay, so those are your messages for path 2. I hope that you found that helpful, and I am wishing you all the very best, Scorpio. Take care. All right, Scorpio, let's see what path 3 has to offer. I'm going to pull a card to see a positive aspect about this path and a potential negative aspect about this path. Alright, so we have the High Priestess of Water. This is good. Things can really change on this path, okay? However, with this being the negative, the visions, the Aphrodite, there could be a lot of sadness, heartache, and potential loss on this path, okay? So let's pull some tarot, get a little bit more information about what our girls are trying to tell us there. I'm going to get these super shuffled so I don't pick up path 2 whatsoever. Okay. So we see things for what they are in this situation, okay? There's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of creativity, but there may not be a whole lot of gratitude. Communication, okay, we could have this one. This is a tricky one. This is kind of a situation, if this is a relationship, where when it's good, it is good, it is fire, it is best. When it's bad, it's horrible, it makes you cry, it breaks your heart, it's so hard to deal with. So for relationship wise, this is one of those up and down relationships. As far as the situation, this is, I think, a good opportunity for you, but you might not be as appreciated as you should be. You could be taken advantage of, manipulated a little bit, and maybe ultimately let go if this is a job or opportunity. We have the hourglass, time is of the essence. Make sure that procrastination or indecision is not going to cause this energy, okay? So if that's on you, Scorpio, make sure you're being honest. Do not procrastinate. Do not be indecisive, okay? Let's see. Let's pull the most likely potential outcome for path 3. We have serendipity, bright new prospects are on the horizon, and we have the Knight, triumph over adversary. Okay, so this path holds a great promise, and I'm just going to bring this guy out because I was noticing him when I was shuffling, and I wondered if he was going to come out because we have the unicorn there and we have the unicorn there. So Scorpio, this is a good path, okay? Things will turn in your favor. You will have success and victory. However, there is a bit of heartache and sadness and loss associated with this, okay? So we might have some growing pains with this situation or this relationship. Being able to fully communicate and express ourselves might be a bit of a challenge. However, when it's good, we're so close, we're so in love, we're so connected. If this is like a job opportunity or anything like that, again, it's very positive. There might be growing pains though, okay? So that's what I want to say about this, is there's definitely growing pains to path 3, but it looks really positive. If this is a relationship of the past, I feel like there's definitely some energy here for a second go round. Okay, but it's got to be probably about timing with serendipity, so you've got to trust the universe on that, okay? And with full moon here, Scorpio, that it could be around the full moon time that you will be reconnecting with that past relationship. So let's pull some advice for path 3. Path 3 looks so good. Awareness. Become aware of yourself, Scorpio. Don't procrastinate. Don't be indecisive. Make sure you're communicating yourself fully and effectively. And, you know, just give things a chance. Give things time. Things turn around on this path. This is like the best path of all 3. So if you were drawn to this path, definitely has prosperity and success all over it. Things will turn around, ultimately go in your favor, but you've got to have a really strong awareness of yourself on this path, okay? And adjust your behavior, energy, vibration accordingly. All right, Scorpio, so this is a huge thumbs up. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.